Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Geek Blend, and welcome back to another Star Trek watch party. It is two weirdos and Grand Tim here. What's up, Tim?
You might want to invert that, but
Yeah. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Have a good Sunday?
good, yeah.
Nice.
Sure. It's snowing here, so
Oh, really?
about 3 inches. Yep.
Damn.
Oh,
People are making snowmen, and what'd you say?
You have more snow on the ground than we do here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're probably at 2,500 feet, so that has a lot to do with it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Mm-hmm. So you're a little bit higher then.
I don't like it. I don't know. I'm still not used to it 22 years later. It's
Really?
just not something I enjoy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had to go out and get pizza in it earlier, so.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I've grown accustomed to it. Like, it's no big deal for me. I mean, it's annoying sometimes. Especially, like, the most irritating winters aren't the ones where you, like, if you get, like, 1 or 2, maybe even, like a half a dozen, like, big storms. Alright, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to, clear the snow. You do it, and it's done.
Right.
The annoying winters are where you just get these, like, constant, like, an inch here, 2 inches there.
Oh, that's annoying.
Half an inch here. Those are the ones that are just really irritating because, like, nothing ever, like, everything is always wet. Like, everybody's always tracking snow then because it's just constant. Like, I'd rather just give me the fucking 3 feet and be done with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate the little snows like that back and forth. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you still have to clean your walks.
I know. Yeah.
You still have to clean your walks, otherwise it like half melts and then freezes into freaking ice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which is no fun.
What's up, Megatron? How's it going? Hope you're in the Christmas spirit there with your on Cybertron. Hope you guys are putting up your cyber trees and everything this time of year.
Cyber trees.
John Beck, what's going on, man? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Timon, what's up, Timon? How you doing? Trey Courtney's here. What's up, Trey? How you doing? And then Blake St. Clair is here as well. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good Sunday, or I guess for Blake, Monday, since you're in the future over there. So yeah.
Yep.
With Rhino.
Yeah.
In the future and shit, yeah. Tonight's first episode is Patterns of Force. It's not an EU novel called Patterns of the Force. It's Patterns of Force. There you go, Greg. There you go. Put your hands up in the Force.
Yeah, I hope Rhino shows up because we're going to need him, in about 15 minutes, I think. So
Really?
I'll just put it that way, yeah.
What?
You'll know what I mean.
Alright. I'm confused at the moment.
Okay.
Trey Courtney says, snow seems fun for tourists, but I couldn't live in it. No. That seems like Tim growing up in California now, living somewhere with snow. It seems like that seemed your same feeling after 22 years, huh, Tim?
We were talking about that earlier on Discord, and for me, snow was something that you have to drive at least 45 minutes to the mountains to get in California once a year. So
yeah,
it snowed like the first week after I moved, and I'm like, oh man, this is really cold. Like I couldn't get warm for like 2 years. I don't know. It never got below, like in your house, it never got below 65. So, when you have your heat on and it's still fucking cold, it's like, how do you get used to that? So I guess I finally acclimated, but it took a long time. So, but people aren't ready for it.
I think
if you're not used to it, you're not ready for it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think housing, like, codes or standards in, like, the Midwest are probably a little bit more, they spend a little bit more money on the insulation aspects and the energy efficiency aspects than they probably do down in the South, simply because it's pretty necessary here. Like, right. if you're not running the heater, it doesn't take long.
No.
If your house is poorly insulated for it to like nosedive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I remember last year, I came back to Wisconsin to Iowa. Came back to Wisconsin to visit family. Got back to Iowa, and my furnace was out.
Oh, Jesus.
And I couldn't get, and it was cold. It was cold outside, and I couldn't get my place above 60.
Jesus.
Like, I had, like, this little gas fireplace, which is basically just a decoration, like a small space heater. I had my oven on. Like,
Oh yeah, the
like,
oven's a
'cause
good trick.
I got home, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, so I'm like, well, I'll suffer through it tonight, get as much, as good a sleep as I can get, and, I'll call him in the morning. Man, by the time I woke up in the morning, I was just chilled to the bone, like I could not get warm. And it took a while. Fortunately, the landlords took care of the heating issue very quickly, and finally got the heat going again. But
Well,
it sucks once you get cold to your core. It's like you're
Yeah.
toast. It's hard to recover.
yep. We had a
That's
nice
the same
storm.
thing. Like, going hunting for like deer hunting, as I did a long time ago. Like, you have to, like, once you, I realized, like, once my feet were gone, like, give
Yeah.
up. You're done.
Oh yeah.
Like, once my feet get cold, I can't recover.
It's hard after that.
So, like, I would always, like, I bought, like, very expensive boots and put, like, the toe warmers and shit in there, and just so I could stay out in the stand longer. Because obviously,
Yeah.
the more still you can stay, and the more you stay in your stand, the more likely you're going to get to see the deer you want to hit.
No, but
yeah,
it's
not for everybody.
we had this ice storm about 12 years ago, and it was bad. Like, what would happen is, like, ice would land on branches and stuff like that, and even power poles, and then they would become heavy and they would start to fall, and a couple of power lines got knocked out, so we were without power for a week.
Yep.
So everything was electrical in my condominium at the time. So no hot water, right? No heat, just like no nothing. We were without power. And we were one of the lucky ones, and we got it back within 7 days. Some places were longer than that. So you're like, what the hell do? You take a sponge bath, with cold water and stuff like that. It sucked. When you have no gas, you're screwed. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
That's why it's kind of a good, like, I think the best, like, ideal situation is like, you have mostly electrical appliances, but like a gas range and like a gas water heater. Because, like, if the gas goes out, you still have the electricity. You can warm things up that way.
Yeah.
You can use space heaters and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, if you have no gas appliances and electricity is out, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it affects everything.
Yeah.
Can't charge your devices. Obviously, can't use any computers, lighting. Yeah, but mainly it's the ability just to warm water and to take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then to be able to get out of the shower and not freeze to death.
Yes.
Yeah, you miss those things. That's one of those where you just, like, you make it a couple days and then you check into a hotel for, like, one just to, like, recover.
Yep,
And then you go back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, if you can't afford it, you're kind of fucked.
True.
So,
Yeah.
True. Yep. Santa Megatron says, did some Cybertron day shopping for my fellow Decepticons. Got my Deceptin niece Batman Duplo Lego because Mega Uncle is best uncle. Blake says Rhino is meditating somewhere about tracking fobs. That's, yeah, most likely. Blake says, I think about a 6-hour drive for me to get to the snowfields in winter. Timon says, Geek, when I missed the last Star Trek stream because I busted my back helping my brother move. Timon, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Back stuff is not great. I pulled my back out again last week, and I've been dealing with it all week. It's been pretty rough, man. So yeah, I feel you. It makes everything.
No, because, like,
everything you can't do anything. It's like, yeah, put you down.
you sneeze and you hurt your
I know.
back, right?
Oh,
and,
man,
like,
I
you
hate
cough
that.
and it hurts your back. Like, you can't, like, you turn just a little bit in your sleep without even realizing it, and you hurt your back, and you're awake again, and then you
Yeah.
like can't get back to sleep. Yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah.
But speaking of prepping, like, if you're in one of those situations, one of your best investments, and you got to get it before this happens, before the crisis happens, is a gasoline electric generator.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't get the cheap ones. Invest, like, if you're going to do it for the purposes of, like, I want to be able to run this generator just to run some basic appliances,
Yeah.
like, get a good one. And spend a couple grand to get a really nice one. And then, of course, have cans of gasoline available.
Yep.
Yeah, see if you can get your hands on a 55-gallon drum, and fill it up with gas, and keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is
put some additive in it. Put some additive.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you either have to cycle through it or put some additive. I would recommend cycling through it during the summer.
Yeah.
Use it to, like, fill your lawnmower and all
Not
that
a bad
other
idea.
stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
And then, so you're and then just refill it.
Yeah,
It's a pain in the ass, but if you're a prepper and you're not, there's a couple of things, and like Tim, I think we've discussed it. I don't know if it's Twitter or Discord or whatever, but like, if you're a prepper and you're the type that's gonna, like, oh, I'm gonna have my water and I'm gonna have my food. If you don't have a weapon,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
You're a dumbass. Yeah.
You're an idiot. Because guess what happens in a crisis? Like
Yeah.
the rules of society break down. They don't exist anymore.
Yes, they do.
And unless you can, people find out that you got power, water, and food, they're just gonna take it from you. Mm-hmm. Because they're starving, man. They're panicked.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So if you don't have the ability to defend your property, like, it doesn't pay to prep.
Right.
And two, if you don't have some form of backup power generation, kind of pointless.
Yep.
I actually know a few serious preppers. I mean, serious ones.
So do I.
And they have more guns than I do. So they're smart ones.
Yeah, I know
And that's saying something. So we need to have an
Yeah, I know.
armory stream sometime.
Well, I don't have anything right
I know one that they live out in the country, so they're in really good shape. Like, the urban environment, you're like, I think for me personally, the first thing I would do in like a apocalyptic kind of like societal breakdown is I would go to one of my relatives that lives out in the country.
Yeah.
First place I'd drive is just, and they've invited me. I wouldn't be showing up invited, but like,
Right,
hey,
right.
yeah, if shit goes down, we all meet here because we got a large piece of property to defend. It's defensible, and it's obscure. Like,
Yeah.
it's not on, the well-traveled path, so people aren't just going to happen to come upon it.
Right.
And the house isn't visible from the road.
Yeah.
So you could have things like lights on and not necessarily draw attention to yourself.
Well, I think I mentioned this backstage a few weeks ago, but I think we're going to go ahead and sell. And only about 3.5 miles from here, her parents live. And they're in exactly what you just described. You're still close enough to civilization, but it's far enough off the beaten path to where it's going to get overlooked, right? And they have, gosh, I don't know how many extra acres to build something on. So,
Yep. And you got to own the land around it. You can't, like, buy a piece of property with undeveloped land around it that you don't own, because guess what's going to happen? That land's going to get developed and you're in the middle of a suburb. by
well,
the time
and we know that'll never
know.
happen because it's in like a floodplain around it. So we're perfect. And the thing is, like, she works for a contractor, so we're going to get a really good deal on that. And I said we need to start on
nice.
that ASAP because the next year is going to be crazy. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I don't have very, very positive feelings about the 2021.
We don't want to go down
Sorry.
that road, but yeah.
Sorry
It's-
to people who are like, 2020 sucks, 2021 better be good. Like,
Nope.
we're going to be paying for 2020 for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have this kind of economic devastation without having after effects. The commercial real estate market is going to be completely obliterated. The mom and pop stores are closed, and now companies realize that they don't really need to maintain big, expensive office spaces anymore, and they're going to act accordingly. They're like, hey, this is kind of cool. We didn't lose the productivity we thought we'd lose when people are working from home. In fact, in a lot of cases, we gained it because our employees are more engaged because they're not wasting 2 hours of their day every day commuting back and forth to this fucking city.
Yeah.
They actually have more energy and are more focused. Mm-hmm. Because they're getting paid the same amount and live. They basically like spend 2 hours less dealing with the work part of their day. That's 2 hours a day is a lot of time.
Yeah, it is.
And people, like, it's nothing. Like, hell, I live near Milwaukee, and I was commuting hour and a half every day. 45 each way. That adds up when you're working 10, 12-hour shifts too.
I was actually making that exact point in
Hey,
Discord tonight, where they're making us they're making us come in once a week, and I'm like, why? I mean, what's the point of this? We're not allowed to be in a room. So why am I coming into work? It doesn't make any sense, and I'm losing. It takes me about 45 to get there because there's so much damn traffic, and then I have to go to a different office after lunch, and then home. I could be working from 7:15 till, let's say, 5:30 if I want, just sitting right here where I'm sitting right now. But no, I gotta get in my vehicle, drive that way, get out, go inside. It just, and take a shower and comb my hair and, all that stuff.
Well, yeah, and like just look at like I think it probably affects women more than it does men.
Mm-hmm.
Because men's business attire is pretty basic. It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But like for women, if they want to have cute work outfits and everything, like look how much money they're gonna fucking save just by not having to like do all that shit.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And just the time on makeup alone, be like, all right, I'm not going to be on camera doing anything. I'm just going to be on my computer and answering phones. It'll be audio. Like, I don't have to spend 35 minutes, doing my face or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They still groom, of course. They're not going to be slobs.
Yeah.
I mean, some maybe, but.
Well, we've seen some interesting people on camera over the last, I guess we're coming up on a year. There was one new person, a girl that, I don't know if she'd just gotten out of the pool, but all you could see were like spaghetti straps and,
A little too casual.
Yeah, and I think our VP was on that call, so that was, I'm sure there was a discussion after that one, but, we know
they probably had a meeting with HR and be like, okay, we're going to have to draft some guidelines for like, we're going to have to draft guidelines in an employee handbook and rules and policies about dress code.
Well, not just that, but
from home.
Not just that.
Business.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be dicking around when you're working from home, don't make it look like you just got out of the pool or whatever.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
make it look like you've been working.
Yeah.
And don't be so obvious about it. But ultimately, it's going to come down to like how much work did you get done? Did you take care of like?
They'll find out after a while. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think companies will start adapting and be like, hey, guess what? Like, if you're going to do this, you got to log in from, through our VPN, so then we can track where you're doing, what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be easy to get around for people who really want to, but it'll catch some people. But I think like overall, like you cut out a lot of the office gossip and things like that as well, and you improve productivity.
Yes.
And people can just like get up and stretch and do something or take a call from home and not feel like stressed out about it. Like
Yeah.
I think it's just if it's at all possible, it's a real win for workers and the businesses if they can manage it correctly. And I think a lot of them have, and I think a lot of them are looking at their big expensive office spaces and going, why are we spending this money again? Like what we're spending having some company come in and just vacuum at night isn't worth what we're paying.
Yeah.
Like just even that minor expense, forget about the real estate costs and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's true.
Just that alone, like, why are we doing this? Like, we can rent a hotel conference room and host meetings when we actually need to meet in person. So I think like the hotel conference business is going to do great.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to have more of these kind of like shared office spaces where it'll almost be like office timeshares.
Yeah.
Where you could like you can manage this office. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad business to get into where you manage this office space and it's not any specific business's office space. You just rent it out. Like here, you want to host your meetings, your in-person meetings, and things like that. Sign up for such and such time once a week or whatever, and I think it'll work, and it'll be fantastic because it'll actually really crush the big cities.
Yeah, and what Blake's saying here, I know a guy that Yeah, I know a guy that puts a different Mexican wrestler mask on every Zoom meeting. So, yeah,
Oh, that's fucking great.
because he collects them. So he'll have El Santo and there's a bunch of them. I used to watch Mexican wrestling in California because it was on the Spanish channel a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, yeah, and you can do fun things like that without sacrificing productivity. You know, like, yeah, I think it's interesting. The economy is forever changed from 2020.
Yeah.
Like how businesses do business is going to be very different going forward. I really don't think you're going to see many companies pony up for or renew their leases on their commercial real estate properties.
Right.
I know, 2020.
And just so you guys know, the new magic word not to say on YouTube is the E word. And that's why I'll probably be creating a separate channel if we ever have another one of those live streams, because I don't want to lose my channel.
I know, I was going to
Type
say,
in
you don't want to do
private
that, yeah.
So,
Type
No,
in
you-
private
What-
chat. I don't know what the E word is.
Oh,
the thing that happened second Tuesday of November,
yes.
Oh,
yeah,
Really?
that'll
That-
get you
really?
flagged. So, mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they're
just
really...
saying that alone.
Mm-hmm.
So if I said it went off without a hitch, like that would still get me flagged?
Well, it'll get you probably looked at the very least, and
Jesus
then they'll be
Christ.
like, "Wait a minute, what's this that I found?"
I
So,
know. Yeah, I agree.
He's calling someone an SJW.
Like,
and
what's that?
your-
Why did
Your
he do that
channel's out of
for?
here. Yeah.
Why did he call them that word? Oh, I better go back and look at what else he's been doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did an election on a stream. I mean, son of a bitch.
Well, from what I understood, they're like really looking at going forward. I don't think they're going to retroactively, but like for channels that they want to come up with an excuse to ban, they'll go retroactive.
Oh, I know.
Like they'll come after Crowder again, I'm sure.
Oh, they will. Absolutely, they will. Hmm.
But
Yep.
yeah, really interesting that like you can't even like discuss ideas or like present your case anymore. It's
That's how it works.
what a
Well,
fucking
you're spreading
bizarre
misinformation.
That's how it works now, man. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Yeah, what we live in
Yeah.
right now. Isn't it fantastic that we can't even express our feelings without being called specific words that Rhino likes to shout on camera?
Well, we can't even present evidence either.
I know.
Yeah. That's what
It's
I'm
all
saying.
fake.
That's
It's all fake news.
If
It's
the
all fake.
premises of our argument is such and such thing, and we
Yep.
try and we present evidence of such and such thing, or at least some anecdotal stuff, and like, look, maybe we don't have specific, but look at this, and this.
Hey, Steve.
Like combine it, and something doesn't add up here. This seems on the surface it doesn't pass the smell test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff now is not even it's not even going to be allowed. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well, Steve.
I think I tagged you in something today. I think it was Comics posted it yesterday, Comics Division. Mm-hmm. He had posted a story that someone had about, this is the thing to avoid because they're going after quote-unquote misinformation and basically saying that there's any kind of FRAUD that's legitimate, then you're probably spreading misinformation. So.
Well, of course, it doesn't matter if it's legitimate or not because it's against their narrative. So it's
Yeah, we're probably going too far right now. So
probably a little bit. Oh, well. I mean, this we're not the Cleveland you-know-what anymore, right?
So I'm like, I love that story. So did they haven't? Are they going to do like the Washington football team? Are they going to be the Cleveland baseball team?
Oh, my God, that'd be great. Please do it. Please do it.
It's just like such a
That's true,
generic
Steve.
freaking
That's true,
thing. Like
Steve.
you couldn't even name your sports team in a year. That's pathetic.
Generic sports team. Just call your team generic sports team. Just literally call your team generic sports team because they can't go after that. You can't use colors. You can't say, like the Chicago White Sox because that's white supremacy. So, whatever. Oh, well.
Yeah, and it's going to be like the Blackhawks are next, right?
Yep.
But say that really fast. Say it really fast.
The what?
Chicago.
Chicago
You're
White
not going to
Sox.
fall for that, are you?
No. No. Oh yeah, the Major League movie. They're gonna change it now. So if you don't have a physical copy of that, better get on that shit quick.
Oh, I have one already.
Oh, and that's such a I
Great
love
movie.
that movie.
Me too, but
I
you know
hate
they'll go
baseball.
after it.
Part 2, I don't
know they'll go after it.
I don't mind part 2. I hate baseball as a sport. Like I can't. It's
Really?
so boring to watch.
Really?
I can't get into it. I even going to a game, I was just bored out of my goddamn mind. I'm like, when is this thing gonna get over? It's so slow and so boring for me.
That doesn't sound like Greg at all.
I just can't get into it. But I love baseball movies. Like baseball movies, actually, like the pace makes the game like I could get into baseball, and then I watch a regular baseball
I
game.
like
I'm like,
baseball.
nope, I can't get into baseball. Like, but Major League, I love that. Like,
Yeah, I love
Natural,
the
like,
movie,
there's
man.
all these baseball movies, like even Field of Dreams and stuff like that. And, like, they
man.
make it seem like it's such a great sport, and then I watch it, and I'm like, this is
Come on, it's not that bad.
It is not that
Well, it
bad.
probably is now, but yeah. I found that that Twitter
It's just
profile
slow.
that's been posting a lot of 70s
Yes,
and
that's
80s.
his Blake, yes.
And man, I'm like, that's the baseball I remember. Growing up, watching Little League and playing Little League, and then going home and watching pro
job,
games. It was just so different back then.
Yeah,
So-
2 is
Well,
hard to find.
The thing is,
Hey,
like
Phil.
in the movies too, like each game matters because they don't cut they cut out the ones that don't, right? And baseball's for me is a hard sport to get into because they play so many goddamn games.
164,
Yep.
I think.
164
is what they're
games,
up to.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just, like, ugh. Like you mean I could literally lose 40 games in a row and still be in the race?
Yeah.
When I used to watch
I mean,
sports,
guess.
I'd watch a little. I'd pay attention to my team until the All-Star break, and then I really pay attention to them a lot more. I'd start watching more games, of course, and then of course if we got into the playoffs, which was a lot of times, I would watch the playoffs and stuff. So,
Who did you follow in baseball?
who do I follow in baseball?
Did you? Yeah.
Red Sox.
Oh, wow. That's kind of random.
Yeah, yeah. I like a lot of Boston sports teams except for Patriots. So.
He likes the Boston cock.
My aunt's from Boston. When I was a kid, she used to always get me to say Red Sox rule. I mean, I was real little, and then it just stuck in my brain. And like one time when I was younger, like I had a Red Sox hat on. She's like, "Oh, you're rooting for the Red Sox?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like the Red Sox." She's like, "Good on you." I'm like, "Good." But yeah, I've always been a Red Sox fan.
See, I almost classify that as like your aunt molested you.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, man. Where I live, it's all fucking St. Louis Cardinals now. Ever since the home run era with douchebag D's nuts, whatever his name was, I don't even want to say his name. I don't even want to say his name because he's a piece of shit who cheated. And everybody around my area, because we're in Midwest, is like,
cheated.
it's like, oh my god, the Cardinals are the best thing ever. I'm like, 2 years ago you weren't rooting for the fucking Cardinals, so shut up.
That's one of the shittiest fan bases.
I hate the Cardinals so much. I hate them.
They're the people
Jason,
that live here
who
are
does the
Cardinals
cantina with me,
fans,
dude?
so.
He hates the Cardinals more than I do. I mean, he's a fucking avid hater.
They're a pretty
yeah.
hated fan group. Like,
Yeah. My
I'm
entire
also
family
biased
are Cardinals fans.
like I'm from Wisconsin, so Brewers and like they don't like this fans much either. It's just kind of funny. Like they're not well respected or well loved outside of their home turf. I think, but
Hey, Tim. How's it going, Tim?
F.
when people get into it with me, I'm just like, but it's baseball. They're all losers.
Love it. I love it.
I'm like, oh, congratulations! You barely hit 200. Here's your $190 billion contract.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tim, I forgot to ask you. Do you still have that link for that EU Heir to the Empire shirt you got?
Yeah. It's out of print.com.
Out of print.com. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
I forgot to
Hopefully
buy
they
it.
still have some.
No kidding. I forgot
see if
to
I
buy
can
it.
find it.
There it is.
They have a lot of. Do you find the shirt?
Yeah, I already had it on the.
They have a lot of cool shit there, not just Star
Yeah,
Wars.
$24 now. All my size is
Oh.
gone. They only have extra small, and that's it.
Oh, it sucks.
Yep.
Hang it on the wall or something. It's
I was
pretty cool.
I was thinking about that, man. I was
Yeah.
thinking about just getting it and putting it on the wall.
It is a beautiful shirt. Like, oh man, I'm glad I got it because that stupid book though, $150 for that. I'm like, no, especially for a story I don't give a fuck about. Like, but that shirt, I'll take it Why didn't they? Next year, why don't they come out with like another anniversary book for Heir to the Empire?
They'll
They
probably
did
do
that
something
about
like that.
10 years ago for that book. They had like a annotated one. Mm-hmm. Do something like that.
Yeah.
But not a book that just came out. There's no history there. Like, who cares? And supposedly it's sold out, the book. But there has to be something fishy there, because I don't see that many people laying down $150 in this economy for that.
That's true.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Zahn
Sure it's
probably
not on
bought
eBay
like
either.
500 himself or something.
Yeah, sure it's not on eBay either. I don't think they made that many. So,
Yeah.
damn, I knew I should have bought it that day. But I literally had to, when I was going to actually buy it that day, I think you sent the link. I had some shit to do, so I was like, okay, I'll just get it later. And I didn't.
I've
never
done
get
that
to it.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. Missed stuff out. It's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy at Best Buy, the Steelbook. Mm-hmm. I checked. I had the link pulled up, and I'm like, it's in my cart. So I went to order it. My cart was empty. So I clicked on it to find the link, and it was sold out. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So like 2 hours later, I refreshed, and all of a sudden it's back in stock. So I bought it. It's actually behind me. I haven't unboxed it yet. And it was literally, I think, probably from what my friend at Best Buy said, it's probably somebody who canceled their pre-order, and it just popped back up. And I just got lucky because now you can't find them.
Nice.
Of course, they're on eBay for like 200 plus now, 300 plus.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
But you can get the regular trilogy set. This is just the Best Buy Steelbooks. So.
Yeah, I have, I think, like the most generic extended editions of each movie you can get. So
yeah, I've still got the
I'm pretty
Blu-ray.
happy
I've
with
got
those
the
for now.
I still got the VHS ones, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're in a box somewhere.
I think I'd given up on VHS by then.
DVDs. I know I have that. Maybe it's DVDs, not VHS. I think it's DVDs. Yeah, it's DVDs.
I think the last VHS I bought was the Phantom Menace. So,
because how many DVD sets of Lord of the Rings were they put out? Like they put out the regular ones when they first came out, then all of a sudden it's like the big extended editions with all like there's like 4 or 5 discs each set.
yeah, and there was like a slipcase that had like a funny feeling to the.
Yeah.
I think I had one of those I found at a used place. So that's the only fantasy I like, and I really like it. So.
Alrighty, I did drop the link earlier in the chat. I'm gonna pin it to the pinned comment for the Star Trek Watch Party.
Yeah.
And it is in the private chat for you guys as well too. So
Yeah, I'm in there. I think we're all in there. Just
we
3
are.
of us.
Yes, 3 of us. Anybody else want to join?
Yep.
You guys can. I believe Timon is the one who's been watching on Netflix, so I will do a countdown for down to 3, Ben, if you want to join us again. We are watching Patterns of Force, and I swear to God, there's an EU book called Patterns of the Force, dude. I swear to God. Or a comic or something like that, man.
Maybe.
It'll be part of the High Republic, if not.
Yeah.
Dude, don't say that.
Well, if that shit doesn't get canceled by summer, because
that's
of
the
lack of
reason a lot of people
interest.
don't think that the Acolyte is it's one that probably end up being on the chopping block, because if the High Republic doesn't do well, they're not going to move forward with that.
Yeah, they'll
And
give
a lot of this
her
was
something
just to
else, though,
please
I
the
guarantee.
shareholders anyway. Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah,
Especially when after Patty
want
Jenkins
her.
backs out after what happens with Wonder Woman. Just wait.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because the Acolyte, they're billing as taking place at like the end of the High Republic era.
Yeah,
It's like,
with the dark
so
side.
you're just developing this whole era, and you're already going to come out with like the ending of it and pin all your
Continuity
canon
issues.
to that. Like, how stupid is that? That just does not make any sense to me. Like, it would be much better to like, let it unfold
ya.
as it does. Don't write the ending, and then now you have to match everything to make that ending work.
Oh yeah, that's the Coruscant Knights.
Coruscant Knights. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only Coruscant Knights I don't have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have the other 2, I think, and I need
that-
the
is
Last
that good?
Jedi too.
Is it good?
I haven't read those, man. Like
Okay.
all this stuff. What's the date there? I'm gonna guess 2009.
2009. 20, yeah,
Yeah, I
January
can't even.
27th. Mm-hmm.
I kind of had to stop reading around 07, 08 because just I was working 2 jobs and just crazy stuff. So I even stopped buying stuff. So I'm just now getting the last few ones because not that much really came out in the last couple of years. So I'm trying to get all that, and then I'm gonna go through and read the rest. Like I'm doing Legacy of the Force right now. Amazing so far. I just hit the halfway point of the first book. Like I can't even exaggerate how awesome the story is. So
Gary highlight Blake's comment here. He says, "I actually think Patty will stay. Everything I have seen so far about Wonder Woman 84 seems exactly what KK wants for her movies going forward." I forgot to bring up the tweets from Grace Randolph last night about Wonder Woman 84. Man, it don't sound good at all.
I saw someone post
it don't sound good at all.
Here's the thing, like, even if, like, I feel like if Wonder Woman 84 is, like, soundly rejected by the audiences, it would make me think that Lucasfilm would be more inclined to deal with her.
That's true. Yeah, you got a point
because that would
like that.
Like,
it's Ryan Johnson.
That's like street cred for them.
Yeah,
like,
true.
oh, the
They
man
hate
babies
him?
didn't like it. That's a plus. That's like, ooh, that's exactly what we're looking for. It seems to me that would be like a badge of victory almost. And the way Lucasfilm is run, and just the way that their attitudes have been. Like, oh, the fans hated it? That's going to be right up our alley. We're going to, like, circle the wagons and double down.
Timon's got a really good idea for a fucking poll there. We can make a poll on which director of the new Star Wars stuff will either be fired or drop out first. That'd be fun.
There you go. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Taika Waititi.
Oh, yeah.
Drop out.
Yeah.
He'll drop out first.
He's a piece of dog shit anyway.
Well, I mean, primarily because I think they're going to want to use him in the MCU more. I think that's probably more his style anyway.
Well, after Thor: Love and Thunder flops, maybe not.
Oh man,
Because it will. It will.
Maybe, but they Lucasfilm is a fail-up company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of them are going to end up being that way. I think even the MCU, after a minute of their like failures happening, it might go the same way. Like they'll be like, "Oh my God, what are we doing wrong? Maybe we're not doing anything wrong. Maybe people are just stupid. Identity politics is awesome." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is what we as fans have now trained them, and this is what, the source of Rhino's rage as of late, is that they basically can almost get away with anything, and then as long as they produce one mediocre thing afterwards, like, all is forgiven. Like, that's the message that we as a fan group are sending Disney, and trust me, they're paying attention. They're like, as bad as we took a beating on Solo, and as much as people didn't like Rise or The Last Jedi. Well, Rise of Skywalker still did over $1 billion, and everybody seems to like The Mandalorian. So like, all this stuff about shitting on fans, calling them man babies, all that stuff, they're like, they'll just forgive us if we produce like one mediocre show. So like, we'll just keep doing what we're doing because it obviously didn't hurt us too bad.
One of the by the way, I posted something. I was going to share it on screen, but I decided against it. It's from a Facebook group on. It's pretty good close up of Cheetah. 2 shots of her, and holy shit, it looks really bad. And also during Grace's tweets, she had like a thread. One of her comments was that she didn't know why the character became Cheetah.
Who didn't know why?
After watching Wonder Woman 84, Grace Randolph still doesn't know why that character became Cheetah.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty bad, right?
Mm-hmm. Like there's no origin story or whatever.
No, basically that's what, like, people were commenting right away, like, oh my God, does that mean there's no origin story or no character development? We don't figure out why the character goes from one arc to the next. Yeah. Tim F., where do you live, man? Do you live in the States or do you live out of the States? Because I think it's on Hulu as well. Not sure.
Yeah, and to go back what Greg was talking about, what Tellus is, like this, and it's a Formula X franchise, always been cool. That's I've been seeing that a lot over the last 3 months, but they're retards because it, like what we're watching right now, hasn't been political in the sense that they're thinking. So it's just more proof of their small-mindedness and intellectual bankruptcy. So They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're going to sit there and tell me this franchise, whatever it is, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, comics, have always been political. Of course they have, but
Subtle.
they have identity politics that are just insane. And they didn't propose, they make the point that this is the right way. They kind of ask questions and let the reader, viewer decide for themselves and make you think at least. But that's not it. That's not what's happening in Star Trek. It's this is the way, no pun intended. Yep. And if you go with it, then you're the N word. So
yep. Hey Zach,
not that.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Speaking of which, are we ready to let fly here?
Yes.
We've got John B with us.
Cool. Tim F, if you like I said, if you're in the States, I do believe it is on Hulu. Maybe we'll get Tim to put the mirror up for the second episode if that's okay.
But it on. It's just hang on.
I like watching Greg's avatar when he's muted. See what he's doing.
I'm picking my nose right now. No.
It's funny too because when you went outside to smoke, your microphone was still going and it was still mouth was still moving. That's awesome.
Yeah. It'll track facial movements, but it'll also try and do. You can set face rate to try and lip sync to audio feed.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome. Hey, Lord Vader, how's it going? Hope you're doing well as well on this Sunday. And yeah, we'll start here in a second. Everybody's ready to go. Well, Greg, are you ready as well?
Sure.
Do you guys remember this? Before we start, I know we asked last time. You remember this episode, don't you, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna point out why we said Rhino should be here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I've seen this one many times. So
okay, cool.
I can't recall it by memory, but I'm sure as soon as I start watching it, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Cool. All right, Timon. So I'm going to go ahead and count down from 3 to 0, and then we'll start. So 3, 2, 1, and play. Good shot.
Oh, it's like it was drifting a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Really? Huh?
It's a nuke.
What the hell? Damn, dude. Yep. Raging Rhino helped him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was
So I
him
told
going
you-
off in space.
I told you
saw
earlier
Disney
that
announcement.
I'm going to start working on the new intro once we get past the series. So
Nice.
I found
It's
some
gonna be
music
movie related.
already.
Movie related.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do we need to sign?
Do we need a sign?
Do we need to sign our names so we can do like this undiscovered country?
Hey,
sign-off?
that might be an idea. What if there's an app that could record that, you know?
Yeah, there's probably a way you could do that.
That's an awesome idea, Greg. I didn't even think of that.
My signature's garbage.
What?
My signature is awful.
As is mine.
Lucas.
Nice. Interesting. Huh. Insertion.
Why don't they always have those?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Good question.
In many episodes, it would have come in handy. That
Absolutely.
We've seen so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, also in like the next generation too.
There's even technology right now that would help.
Hey, look at this! He saved a bunch of money on ears.
Yeah.
Put them in a stocking cap.
Yeah.
Wonder which set this is.
Backlot.
It's gonna look similar to some of the other ones. A little bit. Who is? Here comes Lucasfilm. Run away. What the?
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's why Rhino should be here.
Yeah, we need Rhino right now.
The hell? Yahtzees! Jeez, I wonder who the Führer is.
I wonder how the actors felt about this episode.
Yeah, they're both Jewish.
They're both Jewish.
I mean, it's great. It's a bad message, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Teresa. Interesting.
Yep, there's their guy.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I love how they have on like this typical communist garb.
Yeah.
Spock and McCoy. It's like, what are you guys doing, Spock and Kirk? Nice. Oh.
See,
I love.
notice that
I know.
Leonard Nimoy is not wearing the armband.
Yeah,
That's correct.
I wonder if that's a special edition thing. I'll have to go back and check.
Or just quite possibly he objected to wearing it.
Yeah.
But see, the other guys aren't wearing it either, though, so.
Well, he's got the secret police
Yeah.
symbol on his. Oh,
It's
there
on
it
his
is.
helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't stop it.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That was a nice challenging look.
Spock's like, yeah, I'll take it, whatever.
Spock can govern his pain.
No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, calm the fuck down. Calm your tits.
Kirk's like, I'm gonna fucking double axe handle you later.
Crossbody flip.
That's true.
pig.
Timon, did you see what he said?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Instead of Chicago mobs of the 20s.
Doesn't look that way, does it?
Yeah, it seems pretty possible to me.
Yeah. A little bit. True one-man show. They'd be like, "Oh, you're fine."
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Really? To be more logical for Spock to take it? Because he can handle
Yeah.
the pain? Oh, they're both going to remove him. Okay. And how do you propose to measure that? Didn't think about that.
That's vintage Shatner.
I love it.
Damn. Fuck off me.
Nimoy gets to walk around without a shirt.
I know.
Yeah. That very much reminds me of the Nazi house in Dirty Dozen. You guys ever seen that movie?
Been a long time.
Fucking awesome movie, man. They don't make them like that anymore.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, quit talking.
Reminds me of Michael Cera.
Oh my god, he does.
Just shut up, you know. What the hell? He just stands there.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's like, what were they doing?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite pieces of music.
Mm-hmm. Well, man. Yeah.
Sounds like
Well,
Yahtzee's
he's
for
really
sure.
like twisting that knife.
Yep. That helped him escape.
Yeah. And that are the enemy of your enemy.
Correct. Hashtag truth. No time to masturbate now, Spock. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All that whooping that turned him on. He's gonna go through. He's gonna go through Punfar again.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Boom.
Jeez. He's like, man, and I think you're hot too. Damn it.
I was gonna say. He was like, "How are you doing?"
I know. He really was joeying it right there.
He's alive.
What's he got, a vest on or something?
Oh, it's a fake.
Fake out. Kirk's like, great, I can have sex with her now. Or Spock. What do you mean, you people?
This is perfect.
Clever.
Very.
I hope not.
Love that. Of course.
It's the man behind the curtain.
Yep. So did I, one-man show. Vulcan neck pinch right there. You could have done it. 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. First request, send out another communicator. I like that.
Yeah, that would be logical.
Pretend to do the sex to get out of the room. He's literally putting his pants on. Or his boots. Love it. Damn it, Jim, I'm naked. I love it.
Put on the fucking boot.
Basically is what he said. Quit bitching and put the fucking boot on. Yeah.
That was kind of an indirect reference to replicators.
Hey, Pod Racing Palpatine. I know, right? Three
Kirk is an
guys, one
outstanding
girl
liar.
in a clothes closet. Like, never mind. Go back to what you were doing with her.
Yeah.
Hail to the zombie. Oh, he does, Timon. He does. McCoy does look like Belloc from Raiders.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Not blinking either, yeah. And
Boom, he just let him go.
I know. Fucking let him break his nose.
I thought he was going to go all the way over.
That would have been funny.
Feet
Yeah.
up in the air.
Got a weekend at Bernie's him. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Just beam up to the ship right now, man.
Yeah. You say whiskey? Yeah, that'll work.
Hey, Rhino.
Hey, Rhino.
Hey, Rhino.
Hey, Jason C.
I just don't understand why they don't all beam up to the ship and
I
do
know.
it there where it's
Yeah.
not risky.
Yeah.
no such thing as a benign dictatorship.
Nope.
Or successful socialism.
Correct.
True.
Beam up to the ship, please. Do it. Not repeating that guy's name.
Slap him.
Give him some cocaine. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Juice him up.
Yeah.
Slap him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Sinister.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There's
it
a
is.
slap.
And I didn't even remember that. That's just what I would.
Looks
have
like
done.
it's fucking slapskiving now.
Yep.
Oh, Will Gentry. These people.
Oh
need
my
your
God.
Help. They need
That's
your
hilarious,
help.
Will.
Help them. I can't do it myself. I'm sorry.
Nope. Fierce talking.
Dumbass.
I can't get in. Right in the dick.
No shit.
Yeah. Understatement of the century.
Prime Directive much.
Yeah.
Beam to the ship.
Lefty professor. Figures.
Beam to the ship.
Yeah.
Beam to the ship. By the way, that was just really shitty security for the Fuhrer if somebody could just shoot through the wall.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not saying his name again. It's like, damn it, I'm still at 0.
Because he's wearing a Nazi armband.
Oh, here we go. That's correct. I love their little banter at the end of the
that's a good
episode.
shot.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah.
That's damn near like the movies.
I wonder if they took it from the movies.
I guess that's Xeon right there.
Yeah.
Must be.
Wow. That was interesting.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
I like the message.
Yeah.
It is. It's got a good message.
Yeah, it does.
It's frustrating though with the like beam.
Yeah, there is a
Disrespect,
few frustrating things. Yes.
communication.
Well,
like-
and these implants, like, why only
Yeah.
in this episode?
I know.
They had gone into some other
Right.
situations where it was probably more important, where they knew they were going into danger, for
Right,
sure.
like I don't understand like why Federation officers just don't have them as like standard procedure, like a tracking chip, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you could always locate your away team. Provided that there's and if you didn't, for writing purposes, if you wanted them to be stuck on the planet, you just create some. Oh, this planet has a weird magnetic signature from some tachyon bullshit beam.
Yeah.
Like you can do that things to kind of take that out of the episode. This transporters are one of the most convenient things in Star Trek, but it's one of the things that I hate the most.
Yeah.
Because it always creates these issues. And
Yeah.
you see it in Next Generation 2. You really see it in Discovery like fucking crazy. That's like, it takes the stupid to like a whole nother level. But you're always asking yourself, like, why aren't you using the transporter? Like, use the transporter, please. You have
Yes.
it. Why are you not using it?
I know.
Yeah.
And like, that's one thing that, you know, watching the Orville, at least through the episodes we've gotten through, is like they don't have transporters. And I like that aspect.
Yes.
Because like you can write those scenarios. It's much more natural. That and I don't know if they use transporters later in the season because we, you know,
Not that I can
watching
remember.
the show, Jeff. But
I knew that was gonna be shot.
I'm gonna take them when I can.
I know.
But like it just makes it makes the storytelling easier because you don't have to write bullshit excuses for them not to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just too powerful of a cure-all.
Yeah. And the only reason they did it because they didn't want to film like landing. in
Right?
every
Yeah.
episode, so.
Yeah. It was a cost convenience, honestly, and a time saver. So I get why they did it. They should have just, like, when they were coming up with the concept for it, they should have put some more limitations into it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a site-to-site. Like, it's two-way. You can't just beam anywhere. Like, it has to be from one station to another station.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
That would have made sense.
Would have made it easier. Like, you can't just beam anywhere. You have to set something up first.
Right.
In order to initiate the transfer. But
Yep.
they didn't, so it is what it is, and you know, it takes me a little bit out of these episodes, but I mean, it's still a good episode. It had good character moments again. Spock there getting insulted, you know, obviously the slanted forehead,
Yes.
forehead means like dumb, and
Yep.
Yeah.
that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But an interesting idea because like a lot of people have voiced the opinions that like you know, the only flaw with something like Germany in the 40s was it was just, you know, Hitler was a bad dude, and if like it would have worked if he would have been a nicer dude. It's like, but they would have never united had they not had the common enemy to unite against.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
So like you can't ignore that aspect of it. You can't like they're interlinked.
And if he hadn't invaded several countries and appropriated their economies and all that stuff, and thus erased the war debt from World War One,
Right.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I think that's what got Marge Shuck in trouble back in the 90s. So when she said some shit about that.
Yeah, well, it's this idea, and the message of the episode's absolutely true. Like, you can't have an authoritarian figure. Like, it never ends well. It never ends well. Even if the person that initiates it is well-meaning, like in this episode, he doesn't live forever, and the next person that takes over isn't going to necessarily be that guy, you know? And we have a powerful state control like that, militaristic control. Yeah, bad shit happens. Not sometimes, all the time.
Yep. Correct.
It's very true. Very true.
Yeah, but I liked it. I mean, I've always liked this one. I like how the episode is paced. Like, you know, something keeps happening the whole time. And
Yeah.
it wasn't boring.
Yeah, it is a good pacing. Yeah, I'll say that too. Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, I would rate the episode pretty highly, even with the transporter issues that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it wouldn't have changed the episode had they just beamed down a new communicator and some extra phasers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or beamed them up at the end, but it was too late. Like, it wouldn't have changed the outcome.
Right.
But it would have been things.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. Great message too. You're right. But yeah, there were some. Yeah, of course, there were some issues that I had with it, but you can look past it. You can look past it when it's done that well. You can look past it a lot easier. A lot easier.
Well, yeah, when evaluating any or episode of TV or TV show in general, there's always going to be issues with the story. Like, very few stories are like, airtight.
Yeah.
But it's a balancing act. Does the rest of the episode overcome it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
And shows like The Mandalorian, it's so thin, I don't think it does.
No. No. Doesn't.
Very true.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
I'm going to literally push next episode right now, and then I'll pause it. Because I know that Timon's going to the bathroom, and I think I might run to the bathroom as well.
Okay.
Let's see here. It'll have to load, and then I'll have to pause it. Then it'll start playing again. Then I'll have to pause it again.
Ooh, by any other name. This is
Why did it start at 6 seconds in?
That's weird.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, by any other name. That's where it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'll drop the link again in the chat just in case somebody has joined that hasn't been in. So.
Okay.
Well, I guess it is the pinned comment. Never mind. It is the pinned comment. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anybody need to use the bathroom again, or at all?
I'm good. You can go.
Okay, I'll run real quick. I guess I can wait till Greg gets back so you're not sitting there by yourself. That's true. I can do that. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. So.
Oh, it's all good.
So the next episode, you like that one too?
Yeah, I remember liking it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's a little cheesy, but I kind of like the... It's different. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Kind of different than some of the other stuff we've seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem, John. No problem, John. I haven't seen the Expendables for a while. It's been quite a while.
I haven't seen that ever. I've always wanted to. Is it worth watching?
From what I remember, I didn't. I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm. I just remember the cast being like, "Whoa, look at all these guys."
I remember not liking the second one at all.
How many are there now?
3, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, he's right. It was cheesy. It's cheesy. I mean, it's like all those 80s action guys one place. So, yeah.
But it's almost like that's the point, right?
I
think you have to judge it for what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
if you're
he's
going
right.
in expecting a masterpiece of, cinematography and stuff, no, it's just balls to the wall, ridiculous.
It is.
Super over masculine
Now,
violence and just fucking cool. And like, I don't think anybody watched The Expendables and expected some
High cinema.
right, some high cinema like awesome storytelling here. It is what it is. It's basically, let's take all these 80s action guys, throw them all together, and just have them kick some ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's mindless fun.
That's
like,
I think I'd like it. I need to see it.
Yeah, because and it's like ridiculously like hyper masculine, just balls to the wall, fucking fun, ridiculous cheese fest.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go in with that mindset, I think you like the movie. Like, if you're going into it like, with the expectations that it's going to be some sort of like masterful storytelling, you're picking the wrong title. And like, I think you have to rate shows and movies within their genre, like, and what really what they are, because it's just a different kind of movie. It's not going to be, it's not Casablanca, right? It's not. But it's fun. It can be fun. It's just you got to manage your expectations going in, and that's why, like, you you watch a kids movie, the expectations are a little bit lower. I think people give kids movies too much of a pass these days. And they're like, oh, it's for kids, so it's allowed to be stupid. It's like, no, kids movies actually had pretty good messaging in the past. Like, you can do a good kids movie, and don't assume kids are so stupid. So that's frustrating, and that's where, I think a lot of modern kids stuff does fails. But you still rate it as a kids movie. Like The Rock, okay? Especially action and comedy movies, you go into them, The Rock is not realistic. It's not a movie based on science. It is fun, high action, high thrill entertainment. And you rate it as such. I would never say that The Rock is a masterpiece. But I like it. I love that movie, actually. It's just I don't go into those kind of movies expecting brilliant dialogue and an iron tight script. Yeah. I expect that for Star Wars because we've gotten it in the past.
Right.
I would expect it for Lord of the Rings because we've got it in the past.
Yep.
I expect it for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. Star Trek is supposed to be a little bit more high-minded.
Yeah.
And idealistic and...
I'd agree with that.
Intelligent and science-based. Not fantasy-based. So, you can't rate Star Trek on the Star Wars scale. Because they're two different genres. And they're two different shows.
Yep.
Star Wars is fantasy. Star Trek is science fiction.
I have no idea what Blake's comment means because I've never seen either of them.
What?
I just saw that. I was like, "What the fuck?" That's hilarious, Blake.
The chemical weapons don't bounce around the room with endless energy. I don't get the comparison.
It's just funny.
But that is one of my favorite action movies of all time. Is The Rock.
Absolutely. I just rewatched that a month ago maybe or so, and it's on Hulu because I was
Sean
flipping through Hulu one night.
Is fucking awesome in it.
Oh yeah, I was flipping through Hulu one night. I'm like, oh my god, they added The Rock. We're watching it right the fuck now. I didn't care what time it was. I'm like, I'm watching it right now. Don't care. Blake says, I don't even know what my comment means either.
So, before we get started on episode number 2, I can give you a hint as to what tomorrow will bring.
Ooh, I like that.
The categories are going to be movie casts again and movie posters. Those are our staple 2 categories.
Wow.
Growl time.
And the other categories are going to be Home Alone,
Ooh.
Die Hard,
Ooh.
Whoa.
and Festivus.
Oh, shit.
So the holiday itself?
Yes, surrounding the holiday itself or the episodes that they relate to.
Okay.
A little bit. It'll be Festivus themed.
Okay.
And you guys are here to hear it first, so look at
And that one, there's not that much to it, so if you'd do a little research on Festivus,
Correct.
between today and tomorrow, you could probably do pretty good in that category.
And I guess I know what movies I'm watching today and tomorrow.
It's not going to be a tough category. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. That changed at the very end, Blake. That changed at the very end. So the poll was, yes, it was. So yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're down to just a couple weeks before Christmas, so if I want to get through some more Christmas movies, I think the next episode of Trivia, I think we're going to do a bonus episode at some point between now and Christmas, I believe.
Yes.
We talked about that, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And that one will be purely Christmas themed. Because there's just so many movies that, to cover for Christmas. I mean, you could go, It's a Wonderful Life. Probably throw Gremlins in there just for fun.
Yeah.
You got 2 other Home Alone movies. You got Elf, Santa Claus, Miracle on 34th Street. Just a tons of very popular, widely viewed holiday movies.
Nice.
Holiday movies. I'm being politically correct.
Holiday, not Hallmark.
Another night for CP 2077. I don't think I'm going to do trivia on that. Be like, how many times... I played 2 hours today. How many times did the game crash? The answer, 47.
You serious?
No, it's not that bad.
Or just the magical number 47?
I think I'm enjoying the game immensely.
Okay.
But, holy fuck, the crash issues are bad.
That's what I heard.
And I really wish, like, I know part of it is because I'm running some older hardware now. Like, you know, I haven't upgraded a video card in years. And the problem now is like, I want to get the new NVIDIA cards, the 30 series, so the 3080 or 3090s, but they're all fucking sold out.
Damn.
And if I drop down and just go, okay, I'll go one generation older to like the 2080 or 2070s, they're the same fucking price as what they're selling the 3080s for. So like, why would I... The one generation older is the same price as the current generation. I'm not paying that much for a generation old hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Now, generations in the PC world is much quicker than generations in the console world. But still, like, I'm not going to pay $500 for a video card that's older when you're charging $500 for the one that's current.
Yeah.
Or whatever the price is, depending on the model you get. But, yeah, it's sold out, and I don't know when they're going to get back in stock on it, so I'm just going to kind of plow through and kind of suffer through on lower settings than I would prefer. But the story itself has been good. I've ran into some issues where, like, holy fuck, you get past the prologue, and you get into, like, the meat of the game after the title card, and the world opens up. But you can wander into some missions where it's just like, holy fuck, the bad guys are just like insanely over your level, and they like fucking one shot takes your health down to like 10%. If you take one hit. It's like, whoop, I guess I shouldn't have gone into that building. That one's a little bit above my pay grade. And and the only way they rate the missions is like, they'll say like very dangerous or moderate or something like that. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just go into a building or go into an area and you don't realize that it's one of the million missions that you have active, because there's a fuck ton of side quests. And you just kind of like wander into one and it's like, oh fuck, I'm not ready for this one. I'm getting my ass kicked because be honest, I'm not that great at the game. I don't know what it is, but like my aim is off. I don't know if it's just that the game's not running as smooth as I would like it to, and it's causing me to not be able to aim as effectively as I have in previous first-person shooters, or it's just been a long time since I played one and I'm rusty.
Jeez.
Yeah, there was one mission I went through, and I was determined to do it, so I decided to take the stealth path, and it took me like 6 tries to get through this one fucking tiny mission to go steal something. Because I'd sit there and crouch, and like I'd hack into that thing to distract the enemy, and then I'd hack that enemy to disable his optics for a couple seconds so I could sneak up behind him and, take him out.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about it, so mostly not the greatest, but
yeah, one man show. Send me your 2070, please. I don't know what I didn't check today. I should look now. I'll just check. Like, they're going for something like Newegg.
yeah, it's funny too because I had heard from the first few days of
I'm
launch.
not getting the fucking super.
How bad? How much?
Well, the funny thing, crash more for me.
it's
And
crashed
maybe
more
that's
for
just
you
'cause
since
I'm
you
also
updated.
farther along in the game as well, so I don't know.
Well, like I said, the first few days I heard a lot of people talking about.
But that could just simply be because I'm further into game.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. But yeah, I was thinking about getting it on digital because I don't know if there's anybody has the disc anywhere that I know about. But then I saw about all the problems, especially on the PS4, which is what I have. But then I started hearing about PC problems as well, and now everybody's having issues, not just PlayStation and Xbox One. So that sucks.
It's such a your mileage will vary kind of thing. That's what's so bizarre about it. I mean,
Crazy.
like PC, I expect because you have such a wide variety of hardware configurations for PC gamers.
Yeah.
But like, I don't understand the disparity between so many different. I guess maybe it's just like what release model of the PS4 you have. Like, did you have like one of the first ones that came out, or did you get it recently where the hardware's been revised 13 times since it originally came out?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. To me, and I'll be honest with you, it's never looked intriguing enough to me to even like really like, oh, I got to get this game now. It just hasn't. So, but well, maybe down the road I'll get it. I've still got so much other crap to play; it's ridiculous.
I would like
if
like, I would wait until at this point, if like you haven't gotten it yet, I would probably
just wait
until they fix some of the issues with it and kind of get it more optimized.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of rough stories, man. I've seen a lot of videos online, people talking about how showing the bugs and how bad it is. Like cars that spawn inside of cars. Like, oh, I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's insanity.
But see, those are funny glitches that are like I don't like. They're annoying, but they can also be kind of funny. Like going back to Skyrim, like I loved the glitch where like if a giant hit your character like flew into the sky like 10,000 feet. And, like he bopped you and like you bounced off the earth and back into the air. It was just so fucking funny. You see it, you're like, what the hell happened? And you're just laughing because it's so ridiculous. But like when the game just crashes, I mean that's just irritating.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then you got to reload, and it's just like, oh god, you feel like you got to save like constantly to not lose your place.
John Beck says it's the first game I ever pre-ordered. I'm not going to pre-order any game again for a long time. I heard a lot of people say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
when the games come out though, man, they're always rough. Usually, even ones that are like a lot better put together and not as buggy, there's still always issues with games at launch.
Yeah, jeez, they want fucking $700 for a fucking 2070.
Jesus, that's nuts.
No, there's one for $593. Oh my god! Like even the 2070s are like fucking out of stock.
Oh yeah, I've seen
nothing is in stock.
Good lord,
everything's sold out.
Man, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah, so I'm not updating my PC for a while.
Well,
I guess Nvidia's laughing all the way to the bank.
I'm sure they are. Absolutely. You right there, Tim?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Are you guys ready to start the next episode?
Sure.
Alrighty. That is correct, Steve. Lethal's not right in the head. It's like I said before last night. The video that I think Daniel put on Twitter of him laughing as soon as he saw the character fully nude. He just laughed so fucking hard. It was great. It was great.
The funny thing is like I think a lot of players are playing Lethal's kind of build. They're playing the female character with like a male voice, but then with a dick and tits. Mm-hmm. And like I swear to God, you're gonna see some articles come out soon saying like, look at how popular these trans characters are in video games.
I know.
And it's
Call it
like
right
people
now,
are playing
no.
it for the lulls, not
It's exactly
and
right.
that it's just funny, not that they're like, ooh, I identify with, like, my character's got tits and a dick in the game just because it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fucking funny. Not because I'm like, ooh, I identify with trans people. Like, no, I'm like, I don't hate trans people certainly, but like that's not it. Like,
Yeah, it's like Ryan was saying on his stream though too. Like you set your character to have supersized tits or whatever, and you put on a shirt though, and you're back to default.
Yeah.
That's fucked. Like they really.
yeah, I
like,
gotta be honest.
I heard the character thing is kind of fucked. Like it's not as deep as they said it was.
The character creation thing is really not complex and detailed at all, I don't think. Like, I was really disappointed. I was expecting a lot more character design options than what we got. Like, I've modded Skyrim from like 10 years ago has more detail for character creation.
You'll never
The only
beat No
difference is-
Mercy.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Sakurot here says, Lost Jedi 22. I finished Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I agree with you on the ending. It made no sense at all. That could have had Cal take the younglings to the unknown regions. That would make a better ending.
It just made the whole game kind of, the whole plot of the game was just kind of like, well, that was all for nothing.
Yeah. What's up with Tim's screen there? What's he doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, this stupid ass USB port. If you touch it, the camera disconnects. Hang on.
That's weird.
Jeez.
Well,
Gotta get a new.
Yeah.
Should be back in business now. There we go.
Cool. All right. There's a lot of other games, Steve, out there that have way better customizations and stuff, yeah. But, all
But
right.
I'm serious. Like on No Mercy, tell me any wrestler from any era, and I could make them.
You can make
on
you
that
can make
game.
it easily. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, for example, like, okay, so you're going to make a big deal out of being able to have, like, characters with, dicks and tits, right?
Yep.
So your option for tits are, like, standard, small, and big. Like, it's not even a fucking slider.
Not like a word. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
and your dicks is, like, basically cut, uncut, regular, or big.
Oh.
Like, it's really, like, not even a slider. I'm like, that's pretty lame. And the really disappointing thing for me about this game is because I love modding things. I love tinkering. I love kind of getting into it and figuring out how shit works and how I can mess with it. Right. Mm-hmm. This game they run their own proprietary engine, the Red Engine, and this is Red Engine 4. So the tool, they're not going to make available tools for this. Like, it's going to be such a low priority because obviously they have to, like, get the game in working order first. There's, like, I feel like it's going to be like a year before we even start to hear about modding tools for the game. And, like, the modding aspect of the game is what really could, like, expand the options for the character slider and like usually one of the first things people mod is game textures. They'll insert higher res textures than the default, and then, like, character generation, character outfits, and things like that.
Right.
And I'm sure it will be modded, but like it's difficult to dig into modding when the game is so unstable, because you don't know if it's like, did I break something with my mod, or is that just the regular game error? So when you're dealing with something that's so unstable to begin with, like, it's really difficult to get a good feel for, like, is this mod working? Is it, like, okay, the game crashed. Is it my mod, or is it just the game?
Yeah.
No fucking idea. So you need, like, a stable game before you really start modding it. And, like, they're not going to release, like, tools and utilities because, their assets are cooked. So you have to, figure out how to uncook them, export them, and then like import new textures or new models into, through something like Blender, and then recook them back into the game. Like people can find hacks and ways around it, but this is a brand new engine, so it's not just a matter of using something that already exists. And for modding Fallout was easier because it basically used almost the same engine as Skyrim, right? Mm-hmm. So if you modded Skyrim before, you can probably get a pretty quick handle on how the files and how things work in the game. This game, I think, is going to, and Witcher has a good modding community, but it took a long time to develop, and again, this is like a whole new engine, so don't know how much carries over. Are the file formats even the same? And again, the base game is so buggy, it's hard to... You don't know the power of boobs? Yeah, boob mods are typically... something that is aggressively modded as soon as people figure out how to mod. And God bless the modders out there that, the really smart people that can take a look at these files and figure out how to extract them and everything. That's way above my grade. I can tinker with a lot of games, but writing utilities and everything to extract that's way above my fucking pay grade. I mean, if I might be able to figure it out eventually, but I'm not going to have the time or the willpower to do that.
All right, I think are we ready to start the next episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. By any other name. Timon is here, I believe, still, so I'm going to go ahead and count down. So 3, 2, 1, and play. Thanks for doing the mirror again, Tim.
Yeah, no problem. That's a green.
Yeah, it is.
On that planet.
Yeah, that's kind of washed out. That doesn't look good.
That's the purple, I think, throwing it off.
Yeah. Are there evil plants on this planet?
How did they come up with this set?
I know.
Yeah, it's bizarro. Ooh, hello.
Yes, no kidding. And another hello.
Yeah.
Spock's like, fascinating.
Oh, Bones like, oh, boing.
Yeah.
See the black? You see the guy behind her?
Yeah, homeboy in the back.
He was like, oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, they seem nice, huh?
Yeah.
They do. So do the people.
Mm-hmm. No.
Wish I had
the fuck?
belts.
Good. Doubtful, but whatever.
I love that pose.
Me too.
Wow, that is like super evil monologuing there.
No kidding.
Yeah. Sometime I want to show Jeff a clip of the dune buggy scene from Nemesis, just because.
Oh, God.
I think I've seen Nemesis, by the way.
Oh my gosh!
It's before I wasn't watching Star Trek at the time, and I went with a friend to the theater to see that, and Generations, and I didn't know what the fuck's going on. So.
Oh man, neither did we. So.
Yeah, Nemesis is a crap movie.
It's bad. I remember it being bad.
Look at that back.
No kidding. Mm-hmm. She's bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Another Mark Daniels directed one. Look at her ass.
What are you doing down there? He said Kelvin.
Huh.
What, you got like a turd in your pocket? Well, shite. Nice pink, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, the fun you could have with that toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Very much so.
Oh, good continuity there.
Yeah.
First
Did
episode.
you talk to God? Doyle rules.
Bring it, dickhead. Opens. Assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh. More continuity. I'd tell her to do something else.
I was going to say the exact same thing. While you're doing this, tell her to do specific things.
Yeah.
Or just,
Your
if she
clothes
has
are on
certain-
fire.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
If she has certain inclinations, just push her in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Damn.
Kirk's my boy. Those boots are rad.
I like those shoes. Do it.
It's like the thing the jaw was used to stop R2-D2.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like too, almost.
Droid collar.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, that one?
Yeah. I don't want to do things. No, not really.
Nothing alike.
What the fuck?
This is what I was saying. It was kind of cheesy.
Are they die now? For Dungeons and Dragons?
Not yet.
Fuck. Jesus. Racist.
It's kind of a complex way of killing someone, I guess.
Yeah.
Kirk's like, I hope it's a woman.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It's Wilt the Stilt.
Yep.
Kirk, you pervert. Those were her boobs.
They turned into a D20.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18, guys.
Exotic or erotic?
That's like the weirdest material. What?
Huh? Yeah, most likely. Raspberry. Lone Star. That's a good... How?
Transporter. Okay.
I'm surprised he's going to take... I'm surprised he didn't take a shot at him there.
Good point. If you've ever vacationed with a woman, you'll find out it's work.
Yeah, one man show. Guard, guard. I'll talk. I'll talk.
Huh.
No
Yeah,
kidding,
that would be
right?
a nice trick to learn.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
For a fucking change.
Yes, sure, pasty face. You dumb bitch.
That was like an abrupt scene change.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea with a chick at the helm.
Just crash into everything.
It'll be like, what's her name from NASCAR? Damn, that chick's a badass, man.
With the raspberry.
Power source about to be... And that's why he's wearing that color of uniform.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, they're going fast as shit.
Mm-hmm. I remember they get up to 14.1. I don't know why I remember that figure.
Wow. Going towards a bright pink slit. Excuse me. Jeez.
Looks like Star Trek 2.
Well, yeah.
No shit, idiot. Jack all casual says, "Can we stop by the Star Wars galaxy?" Go blow up Jakku.
You're going to have a lot of 20-sided die.
Yep.
Aw.
Damn it.
See ya.
You done pissed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Even more.
Yeah, the Andromeda Galaxy is further away than what they're showing.
It's what?
Yep, careful where you step. Further away.
Yeah, but you
They're
wouldn't.
making it look...
You're right. But galaxies are not as far away as you would think. They're like maybe 20 diameters away, which isn't that much.
Are you at least going to pick up all the cubes and, like, you know...
Yeah, like tribbles, huh?
like put them in a place where people aren't going to, like, step on them and kill some people?
They're not cute enough.
Yes. Dang.
Essential workers.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's pink pasty.
It's Paisley Pete.
Hey, Christy.
Hey, Christy, it's been a long time.
I know.
The devil.
He is the
I'm
devil.
Evil devil.
He's a Star Trek villain right now.
I'm Saris from Galaxy Quest.
Nice. Poison him.
Oh, I remember what they do now to get out of all this.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be fun to explain boners.
Understandable, Christy.
Oh.
Oh, gonna get him drunk?
He's like, this is the best thing I've ever had. I'll drink all of it. He did.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Christy, for the super sticker. It's
Of course, that's his assignment.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, here we go.
Thanks, Christy.
See ya.
No, she did a super sticker. It's a pooper sticker, so thanks, Christy. Appreciate that. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Why not?
We're still at 0, you know.
Yeah,
Give her the old pickle tickle.
I wouldn't be.
Let me make it up to you.
She's got a handle on top and everything, so...
I know.
Attaboy, Kirk.
Cancel Kirk.
Yeah. Did you feel some tingling in your nether regions?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
huh. Oh.
You fucking cock blocker.
No shit.
He's like, show me.
What's going on down there? Oh, Scotty's fucking hammered. I love how his hair's like all disheveled and shit.
Of course, that was his idea, you know, to do it this way.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's jealous.
Yep. A little bit.
Oh.
I like drunk Scotty.
Oh. That's a line you'll have
Classic.
to remember.
Uh-oh. Yeah, my pants are tighter. Hey, you, get your damn hands off her. He's like, well, it's pure heroin, so.
Yeah. He's like, good point. Why did we talk that way? Oh, he keeps it in the armor.
Naked, please. Damn it. Can I watch?
He was spurging out for a minute there.
Yeah.
You will fuck me now, Kirk.
Oh,
I bet.
Pornhub. Oh,
Oh my god. We're gonna go
He's
to.
like, oh,
We
yes,
finally gotta
I
have a
will.
1 on the chart, on the F count.
What about this chick on the bridge?
yeah.
Nobody's putting the moves on her.
No kidding.
Dang.
Yeah.
Is Kirk finally gonna get laid? Dumbass. Oh no. Would you apologize to me?
With. Hello.
Oh my. Yeah.
I like this episode.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I really do.
It's the end of it. That's all he's got.
Oh my God! What was that?
What was that?
Now get to sick bay for alcohol poisoning.
Let him stand. I love the music too.
A little bit of a Scottish hint to it.
After I throw up like 18 times.
We've all been there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like in a park on a tree or...
Haha.
You got cucked.
Yeah, I did.
He's like, how dare you?
He's taunting it.
Why didn't he just use the belt device?
Because he pissed him off,
Because he's pissed.
Yeah.
and he's human.
The claw.
We have a
Kalima.
claw by Baron von Raschke.
Oh, that was over dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh, sidekick. Hammerlock. George the Animal Steel used that move.
I love it.
Push him right back in there. I love it.
I love it.
Full Nelson.
Yeah.
Or he's going for it.
Oh my God! You're gonna kill him, Kirk. I gotta like hold half my mouth shut and try to do some JR. Kirk's got him in a damn headlock. I love JR.
He's got him in the sleeper hold now.
Yeah.
No.
Batista bomb him, exactly.
Even though he already murdered someone. Oh.
Bitch.
Two-time in ho.
Yeah, what a whore. Giggity. Her flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
Flower
at her,
or
for
a
fuck's
flower?
sake.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice shot.
The galaxy saved.
Man. They didn't get to go to Jakku and
Yeah,
drop a
can
bomb,
you
right?
leave the engine mods in place? That would be, yeah.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, no shit.
I don't even know what, like, how fast warp 14 is as far as, like, the speed of light goes, because warp isn't linear. It's an exponential growth thing. So, like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
warp 5 is not twice or half the speed as warp 10. Or I should say warp 4 is not twice the speed of warp 2. It's more exponential. I think in Next Generation, warp 9 was basically like 1500 C. So...
Well, I used to have this article from one of the Star Trek magazines that explained how they reformatted the warp drive on Next Generation to where, like, the fastest you could ever go is like 9.9999999, right? Because once you hit warp 10, it's like you're everywhere at once. So,
well, warp 10, like you can't possibly feed enough energy into the warp coils to basically there's no gain.
Yeah.
It's basically like you can, if you go half the distance between here and something, you'll still never reach something.
Right.
Because you'll just get half, you can still divide it even in just minute, tiny slivers, but it's still only halfway to the goal.
Right.
And that's basically how, like, I view warp 10 is, like, you keep going half the distance, and the energy expenditure just gets exponentially higher to just go a sliver faster.
Except they did it on Voyager and they turned into lizards. So,
Voyager's...
yeah, exactly.
Voyager played pretty fast and loose with the rules of travel. The transwarp conduits and things like that, and with the Borg and all that goofy stuff.
Gosh,
the
really?
idea.
Go ahead.
The idea, like, I like Star Trek, and, like, there's a finite speed that they can go, so they can only go so far. Like, Andromeda is not something they can ever achieve. I guess maybe Discovery can with their mushroom drive, but
Yeah.
like, you can only explore so far, and even in the Milky Way galaxy, they have not explored even a fraction of the Milky Way itself by this time.
Right.
Because it's so fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
It would take hundreds of years to cross the Milky Way galaxy, even at warp 10 or warp 9.8 or whatever. Like, it's impossible. Which I like that they can, it's contained, and then if you want to go somewhere else, you can use weird things like, wormholes and stuff like that, where you can be like, ooh, I'm over here now. But it's a one-off, instead of like it's a quick drive, it's like from here to McDonald's is, here to halfway across the galaxy.
Right.
Well, which I think is good. It keeps it
is. It makes it more interesting. But the next 4, we only have 4 left.
4 left in the season. I was going to say the same thing.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't like the next one, but the other 3 I'm pretty good on.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Omega Glory, the Ultimate Computer, Bread and Circuses, and Assignment Earth.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll look at the first 10 of the 3rd season.
Okay.
Nope. That's okay. Nope. Nope. That's pretty good. Nope. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, there's like one in there.
This is sprinkling.
Yeah, one of the first 10 I'd say is pretty high up there on my list.
Which one's that?
For the world is hollow and I have touched the sky.
No.
You probably don't remember what that one's about, right?
No.
Okay, it's good. It's a McCoy episode. Tholian Web is okay. I have a action figure to show on that one.
Nice.
But yeah, there's some bad stuff in there. And if I'm not mistaken, let me right-click and open a new tab for this episode. Oh yeah, and Diana Muldaur is back as a different character.
Really?
Yes, what was their obsession with her?
Dr. Pulaski. Ugh.
Yeah. An Enterprise incident is pretty cool. I mean, it was like, it's an action spy type thing. So,
Okay.
But we start off with Spock's brain. One of like, it's hailed as the worst, but it can't be worse than that one that we found annoying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what was that?
Alternative factor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my two least favorite are the alternative factor and then the one with the fucking stupid robot.
Oh, yeah.
Wannabe,
Oh, my God.
like mini,
The Changeling.
V'ger.
Yeah,
The one that
Changeling.
people think is good. People actually call that a good episode.
What,
I'm
the
like,
I
Changeling?
don't like that episode at all.
yes.
Yeah, that was not a
People-
good episode.
Some
That was
people
not good.
think it's good, and I'm like, it's not. It's garbage. At least they did a better job in motion picture with it, so...
Well, I mean, they made the stakes much bigger, which helped. In just this idea, again, like this is mid 1960s science and technology, so like science fiction was a lot more kind of wonky and out there back then because we didn't understand what we do now.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, plausible things that you could get away with then, like, you can't get away with now.
Yeah.
Which is a challenge for some Star Trek writers, because, like, you know, you can't just keep creating a bunch of god beings or, like, this little tiny robot thing that has, like, can put out more energy than, like, anything ever. Like, how does that work?
Yep.
Yeah. That was a good episode, though. I like how they all got to kind of
Yeah.
do their thing a little bit, you know?
Yep. It starts out,
Like seeing
pretty
more
serious,
Scotty.
but it wound up being fun. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're just such an arrogant fucking villains. Like,
Yeah.
you are nothing to us, and we're just going to take over the ship really easily, and we're going to make you into little fucking weird dice.
I know. I liked how they
Yeah, I mean,
discovered their, human weaknesses
Yeah.
and then use that against them. That was great.
yeah,
Well,
I
okay.
mean, that's kind of, that's very Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know, and we've seen it all the time. Like, it comes up every time they face, like, a god creature, too. It's like, well, they have this one vulnerability. Like, they can't be all powerful. Their power's got to come from somewhere, and
Yeah.
It's very TOS.
Man, we're going to burn through these, and then I guess,
Good. I
we'll,
want to get to the
we'll do a...
movies.
Yeah, motion picture, probably not the director's cut. That's even longer, so...
Is it? Yeah.
I don't think there's, like, a lot of value in seeing the director's cut of that movie, so...
Of the motion picture?
Yeah. I think it's just more shots of them and all this space stuff where nothing's happening. It's...
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Like, I remember...
There
like,
may
I
be
know
a
that,
few cutscenes, but nothing...
like, Robert Meyer Burnett and I think Critical Drinker were discussing
Yeah,
it.
they
I
did.
didn't catch the entire stream, unfortunately, but Robert Meyer Burnett, like, swears by the director's edition.
He does?
Yeah, but I mean, he's very into it. So I think he likes that extra stuff. But even then on that stream, they're like, yeah, this, like, as long as that ship porn scene in the beginning where they're approaching the Enterprise is like the long ass sequence as they're like traveling to like the center of V'ger is
spoilers.
torturous.
Yeah, you should watch that at
It's
least
so
at
boring.
1.25, because...
It's so boring. Visually it's interesting, but like there's just nothing else going on. It's just this weird let's see what we can do and throw some shit on the screen kind of bizarro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motion picture director's cut is not available on Prime. You have to rent it or buy it. So we'll just watch what's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my second least favorite movie out of the first 6. So
What's the
Me
second
too.
one called?
The Wrath of Khan?
I thought that was 3.
Nope. That's The Search for
it's
Spock.
in the motion picture, Wrath
okay.
of Khan, Search for Spock, Voyage Home, Final Frontier, and then Undiscovered Country.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then I
we're
guess
getting there.
Final
maybe-
Frontier would have worked as an episode. It just did not work as a movie. It just did not live up to the other.
Well, it was meant to be an episode, so
Yeah, it felt like an episode,
yeah.
and that's honestly like the problem with most of the next gen movies as well, is they were just.
Long
If they
episodes.
aired during any of the seasons, they would have been considered like a middle of the range episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Nemesis, and Generations and
Sorry.
Insurrection.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll jump into Encounter at Farpoint.
Good old John Delancey, Mr.
Is that
Q.
TNG?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Man,
I like Encounter in Farpoint.
Gates McFadden was so hot in that episode.
They all were like fucking Deanna. Deanna Troy was hot. Tasha Yar was hot. Like,
Oh, I like her. Tough chicks, yeah.
well, she's like kind of like the tough chick with like pretty hot bod. Like,
Yeah.
she's not. She's
And
not
remember her
unattractive women.
sister? Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, how can we make this?
Yeah, I know why those gangs
costume.
existed on that planet.
And just the whole character, like, they straight up say, I think in the first couple episodes when they expanded her character, like, she grew up on this rough planet where she, like, had to constantly evade rape gangs. It's like,
Yeah, her
Yeah.
planet was completely in civil war and random
Mm-hmm.
factions, very dystopian. Yeah, there was the R gangs and everything that she had to avoid. Like, the Federation is like, for her characters, like the ideal place. Like, what a great thing this is. Like,
yeah.
Laws, order, peace.
Oh, damn, there are 7 seasons?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What is there, 192 episodes? Something like
7 seasons, 26 episodes each, pretty much. So yeah, The
Yeah.
Next Generation was huge compared to TOS.
that? Not
As
192,
far as-
170 something.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's a
used to
lot.
know.
It's going to take a long
yeah.
time to get through them.
But there's some really good ones. Like,
Oh my god, and there's some really awful ones though too.
there is.
Like, I can't wait till we get to Planet Jog Everywhere.
Oh, what the? Man, that was so contrived. That had to be a Roddenberry.
And
thing.
possibly like one of the most racist episodes of Star Trek ever with the
Code of Honor,
yeah.
where they're fighting with the spike hands. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell
Tasha
was that
Yar's
about?
fighting with the glove / mace thing.
Yeah,
It was poisoned or
so
whatever. Yeah.
racist.
Oh, it was. It was not. That's universally, I think, like everybody's like most embarrassing episode.
I remember there was this commercial, like, at that time, like, after the first season, and they were trying to sell the VHS, right? The VHS tapes. And this commercial was so cheesy because the people are like, oh, it's on VHS now? They're like, and the person behind the camera is like, yeah, what's your favorite episode? And people would be like, oh, Code of Honor, and stuff like, no one could possibly say that answer. So I just used to crack up at that commercial when it would come on. But yeah. There's some really good ones, and it's worth weathering the bad ones for sure.
Yeah. So Tasha Yar's sister is called Ishara Yar,
Yeah.
and she was played by
A chick who had a painted
Son.
on costume. So
True Saint. Yeah.
She also played the first, not first wife, but she was the first actress to portray John Sheridan's wife on Babylon 5 until they recast his real life wife. What's her name from Little House on the Prairie? And they just got divorced about 3 years ago, I think, after 30, 40 years of marriage. So, it's crazy.
We can't do that, Kitty Bear. We just can't do that.
No, I can't binge anything. Like binge
Fucking
watching
200 episodes in 9
I don't have
days?
time.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's like
We can't do
no
that.
sleep and like, God.
No work.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
kidding. No anything besides that. Yeah, can't do that.
Cocaine
do that.
and TV, so.
This woman was on a lot of TV shows.
Who
Let's
was?
see, she's in Tasha
Shari Yar?
Cheers, Matlock, Melrose Place, The Commish, Babylon 5.
Yep.
She was in Scream 3, apparently.
She was a good looking
As
dame.
female caller.
Yes, anything can be done when you don't sleep. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like sleep.
Yeah, me too. I don't get a lot of it nowadays, but I do like it.
I kind of don't want to die, too, so, you know.
Yeah. And we need to work, make money, so.
Yeah.
But I'm getting tired. My dog's ready to go outside.
Yeah,
so
me too.
it's time to
That
wrap
was a
up
good
for
one.
tonight. Yeah, very good. Yep, just so next Sunday we'll be finishing the last two. So, wow,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
onward to
crazy.
season 3.
Yep,
Get through
absolutely.
that baby as fast as we can.
No kidding. No kidding.
Like, I'm anxious to get to the movies.
I know.
Yeah.
So am I.
Like, I'm enjoying the episodes. A lot of these I have not seen in a long time. So
Yeah.
it's nice watching them again. And I don't
good
think
for
I've
you
ever
guys.
watched the remastered versions. So
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. Some episodes obviously more than others, but today was two. I like both of these. So
Yeah.
Good.
Good stuff. I told you
they're both,
the
they're
good
both
one's coming
entertaining.
up, so. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll go and get on virtual cam now. For now, there we go. It's very stuttery, so maybe not. Okay. So yeah, it's acting up for some reason, but yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for being here, and don't forget tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central Time, we're doing trivia. So make sure you're here for that. And you guys were the ones that were lucky to be here, get a glimpse of the categories. So yeah, and yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We had a nice steady crowd tonight. So yeah, that was awesome. Looking forward
Yeah,
to
thanks,
getting through
guys.
the season and getting into season 3 for sure. So yeah, good episodes. I enjoyed those, especially the second one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So. Well, we are out. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for trivia. Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It's always going to be fun. Fun times. So we'll see you guys then. Have a great night. Thanks, Greg and Tim, for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time. Laters.